Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Always a pleasure to see everybody. It's amazing that we're starting the last parak of Bava. That's the way it works. If you learn two Mishnayos every day, you finish Masechta after Masechta. It's an amazing thing. We are sponsored by the Fisher family, Lilu Nishmas Basi Bas Rabbi Shlomo ben Avram Alevi, Perel Bas Ruvain, Lilu Nishmas David ben Chaim, the Schus of Yomis Mechai Sarah, and for the Schus of Avram ben Yom Benish ben Malki Hudis, by Yol Klugman and family for their Panos Gzun Nachas, for Meir ben Chai Sarah. Baruch Hashem, I heard reports from Gedalia that his surgery went very good. They took off one layer, they didn't have to take a second layer. As a matter of fact, he's thinking of laning for Shabbos. He was not sure if he's going to go. They have to put back a piece of skin so that he's going to go to a plastic surgeon tomorrow morning. But he says he thinks he should be able to lane for us on Shabbos. We are holding by Mishna Yud Beis. What happens over here is if Nasan es hakesef l'anshei mishmar. Remember, this is talking about a person who stole from a ger, and the ger died, so he had to bring the money to the kohen instead. Nasan es hakesef l'anshei mishmar. If he gave the money to the kohanim that worked that week, there were 24 mishmaras. He gave the money already to the kohen, and then he died. And now the Yorshim want it back. No. The Yorshim can't take it back. Once it's given to the Kohen, lo yiyah, it's his. Now, each week had a different mishmar. So, Nasan HaKesef lo Yorev, if he gave the money to the mishmar of Yorev, which was an earlier week, v'osham liyadaya, and the oshim, which is needed, the kapara, after the money is given, he gave it to Yedaya, which is the next week. That's good. Yotza. Because once you gave the money, then it's ripe to give the oshim. However, oshim li-yarev, if he first gave the oshim to the mishmar of Yarev, and they offered the oshim before he returned the money, the case of the Yedaya, that's no good. The oshim is no good, says the Gemara, Im kayima ashim, if the ashim wasn't brought, then they could save it. Then they just, the mishmar of Yarev gives the ashim to the mishmar of Yedaya, yakrivu b'nei Yedaya, after they already received the money. Good. V'imlav, but if they offered the ashim before he returned the money that he stole to the Kohanim, then Yahzeb Yavi Ashimach. They have to bring an Ashimach again. Why? Because if the gezel was returned before the guilt offering was bought, Yatza, that's good. But if they brought the Ashim before he returned the money, then no Yatza, then it's not good, and they has to bring another Ashim. Nasan es keren, if he paid the principal, and he didn't pay the fifth, that's okay, because the fifth doesn't invalidate the kohen, the carbon. The fact that the fifth wasn't given does not invalidate the carbon. Now, new perek, final perek Yud, Mishna Aleph. As we welcome in Rabbi Goldman, it's good to have you. Welcome, Reb Hoffman. Everybody that comes in here, the richer we get. We are so rich over here with so many special balabatim. And here's another one. We're talking about how rich we are over here. Rich is not here. No, Rich is not here. So over here, what happened is Hagoizel Chatzkel stole. He gave the food to his children, and then he died. So since it's after years, and the children didn't steal it, and the father didn't leave any real estate, because if he left real estate, then there would be a lien on that real estate to pay the chayv of the father. But there was no real estate. Or he stole, v'niach lifneim, and he left the stolen stuff to them, and they ate it, because if it would be be'en, then they would have to return it even after years. P'tur milasham, they're exempt from paying. But if he left karka, which therefore is a lien on the karka of the estate to pay the debts of the father, then chayav l'sham, they have to pay from the real estate. Ein pertin, you can't take change, loy mitevos hamuchsin, not from the charity collector's, not from the tax collector's box. Now this is a specific tax collector. This is a tax collector that bought a medallion from the king. He bought a medallion from the king, and now he could tax whatever he wants, even absurd amounts. So that's considered theft, and therefore you're not supposed to be benefit from things that are theft, and therefore you can't take change, nor from the purse of the tax collector. And you can't take from them tzedakah. The reason you can't take from them tzedakah is twofold. First of all, you're not supposed to take dirty money. And second of all, this is a very Yesodistic Meiri over here. We're going to talk about it in the Chumash here tonight. The Meiri says that you don't want to make them feel that they're atoning for their sins. That's what some people do. They sin, and then they give tzedakah, and they think that it makes it okay. So therefore, you're not supposed to take tzedakah from them to make them feel that it's okay that the things that they do. That's the way that the Ramban learns the Esnan Zaino Mechir Kelev. He says people do znus, and then they bring the esnan to the mizbeach, thinking that it's mechaper on their znus. And the Ramban says the same thing is true with the dogs. They have wild dogs, and they don't watch them, and it hurts people. And then they give the exchange of the dog to the temple. They think that they're going to, make it okay. So therefore, you're not allowed to take it. However, one can take change and take tzedakah from the money in the house or from what he has at the market, because we only are not allowed to take it when it's definite illegal stuff, which is from the charity box, not if it could be other funds that are not illegal. So we could take it from him if it's from the house or if it's from the market. We just want to remind you that this Shabbos, again, I'm going to a Shalom Zachar, so there will not be a shir in the afternoon this Shabbos. Also remember that Mincha and Ma'ariv Friday night is Bizman, and